for an operation, then you can do it. And so if you want to execute the second file is called the planets.text file. That file is also containing skip underscore header equal to 1. They use columns. They are given the columns like 1 to 9. If you are executing generate from text, so actually is showing here np dot generate from text. So you can understand load from text, generate from text. These are the keywords. So which each keywords it's different meanings will be there. So here we can use a load text. You can load, and what is the error actually is having some values if character values cannot to convert into the float. That is why it's showing unknown. So now you can execute this one. Then you can show all the 28 files it will be showing in this format. So what actually last session I discussed you, and lot of none values will be there. None values, the particular numpy none value it is not taking care of it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, the problem is sometimes if you closed after 1 hour or 2 hours, if you are opened it, so the files are automatically vanished. So you can append the file again once again. This is the problem. Runtime to enable file browsing. So that is why it's not showing. Is now it's connecting on. Yeah, it's connected. Now you can see problem is I have internet issue. Loading and again. That's not a problem. Then it will take some time. So here this file is 20,9. Then you can see here. Yeah, it's coming out. Yes. Yeah, this is the planet do.txt file. This is a text file. Is having some values are representing for the none values. So if you want to do for the none values, if you want to eliminate, so numpy is not having some proper mechanism to eliminate representing none values into some other numerical values. That is another one problem. So first problem is, so header values we cannot remove. Then we can automatically remove the header values, and none values we can remove some values. And planets that state, so the total save is 20,9. And np dot, so how many values are having none is to 4 values we are having none in the overall data set. Then if you want to put none to number, so none values we can represent into -1. So we know that then after that execution of that step, then you can go for planets underscore new step, then you can execute it. Then you can know that some values are representing showing -1 values. This is representing the -1 values. Planets underscore new of 0, then the first row of this particular planet will be displaying out. And np dot save text planets underscore new dot text planets underscore new delimiter. So what actually having, so planets underscore new dot text, it will be storing planets new with numpy file. So that is what actually planets underscore new numpy file it will be generated. This is the command line code. If you're entering this, already you have a text file, the variable name is planets underscore new. You want to store the text into some if you want a np dot save, then you can execute it, then you can execute it. Then you can see how much storage is taken normal text file with a numpy file. It's taking some time. Yeah. So see here, the text file. having 4.5K, then the planets underscore NP file it is having 1.6K value. So this is what actually we are using some numerical analysis. If you want to put, you can do it. For example, this is the data already shown in you morning itself. Creek information is it's a data. It's very slow actually. It will be coming. Yes. So this is how many matches we are taking it out of that matches. So we are saying what is the contribution of Sachin and what is the contribution of Dravid. So based on that we can do some evaluation here, and you can say here. So if you want to create, you can see here create. If you want to create three arrays, and then you can save all the arrays into many arrays, array one, array two, array three. So many arrays, what actually np dot save automatically many arrays dot np z will be created. That is a numpy file. So you can see here you can create it and you can load many arrays dot np z. So many arrays dot np z what actually 1.7 mp, right? So 1.7 mp. So here you will create random values. So all values you can see here 1000 comma 10, so 2000 comma 5, 20 comma 10,000. This kind of random values is generated and stored in array 1, array 2, array 3. You can combine all the arrays and save numpy file. So it will having 1.7 mp it is required for storing all the values. If you want to load all the files, you can see what is the type of an array. Print all the files are actually npz file. It is a numpy file. So arrays.file. So three arrays you combined and created one array. And if you want to save off the first array, so this is the first array shape. So now you can what you understand here, you can generate three or four files. So you can combine all the files in some kind of matrix. You can combine together, you can make a single file. Then you can do your operation. So this is also we can do with the numpy. And another one, statistics. So statistics is nothing but so we can understand about medium, minimum, maximum, quantile, percentile. So these things we can talking about the statistics, how to apply it in the NP package. So NP package percentile. So these all the things. So it will be quartiles. So this the things actually we are talking about how to represent the data in the histograms. So this thing will be there. So statistics and how your statistics rules with the NP. So these things will take another half an hour. It will be going out. So now I want to on my presentation. So my presentation actually it is talking about the pandas. So pandas is one kind of library as one of the tool in machine learning which is used for data cleaning and analysis. You can understand one thing. Uh, the tool is used in machine learning, which is used for data cleaning. Data cleaning it is what you can clean your data already existing Excel sheet if you are having. Then if you want to clean the data, some data are missed out in the Excel sheet. So then you can represent that place into somewhat data we are inserting it. That is what the cleaning and analysis part it will require. So proper data we can put it. What method we are framing that we can put it in this. For example, if I'm taking average of salary of all the employees, some of the employee salaries are missing and in the place no data will be there. Now what we can do in replace of all the values into zero, no data values into zero, or otherwise we can put any -1 or any value we can put. So already we have standard procedures how to fill the data if data is missed out, right? This is standard data pre-processing steps will be there. How to do that for the data we are substituting for the appropriate places. And it has features which are used for exploring, cleaning, and transformation, and how to visualize from the data using pandas. Pandas is a Python data analysis library. Pandas is an open source also. So BSc license is an open source license. You can download and install. And pandas having two object types. One is for data frame and another one is for series. So data frame actually rows and columns, and series is a single column, a single column. So spreadsheet like rows and columns is like a spreadsheet. Single column it is what actually like a series can create a series. So that based on the series we are making some operations. So for that we can do within a pandas. We'll show the practical demo. And where we are applying for the panda, so many places we are applying for the panda, economic side, and also recommendation system in ML part, and stock market predictions, advertising company they are using pandas, and also analytics company, and natural language processing and data science applications, and also big data analytics, and obviously statistics and neuroscience foundations. This is the most all the areas we defined for. So definitely the panda library is most important. And Python pandas, what are the futures of the pandas? So you need to clean the data. So NumPy does not clean the data. So here can definitely all the data we have to properly handled through pandas. That is why pandas are sitting in above the NumPy. And handling of data and alignment of indexing of two indexing factors actually we are following in pandas for the indexing factor lock and ilock. So we will discuss later. And pandas is supporting for multiple file formats are supported, and the handling of missing data, that is what we discussed. So NumPy it is not discussing for the handling of data very properly. And Python support and grouping of data, merging joining of data sets, and also input output tools. So a lot of time series and visualize the data. So these are the features: optimized performance and unique data and mask data. So these are the uh, uh, things we have need to discuss. And working with arrays. So this is what actually previously we have seen. Uh, any scientific application and financial analysis of you can collect the relational data. Relational data is containing of rows and columns, a structured way of representing the data. Rows and columns, you are writing some SQL queries to operate on the data. Normally we know that. So how it is relational data, it is handling rows and columns with names, and also how it is related to data. Data, if you are creating a table and the table is showing some kind of a vertical tuple based calculations we are putting in the relational data. But if you need, if you need, we can change the data according to the needs, and then each row representing for whatever the information we are going to process for our application. It is not possible to immediately changing the data in the relational data, but the pivot of pandas we can need whatever the needs we require. Based on that we can rearrange the data for the relational models. And multimedia data also, deep learning also, these things will deeply processing on the arrays. That is what most important. All of this requires storing and processing high dimensional space and efficiently. This is what we are seeing, two slices of 2D data we are putting it, and we can do for the broadcasting technique. So we can add it. But NumPy is missing features to enable data analysis and relational data. So you can see this table: student ID, subject, and 12th mark they are given in the table. So if you are seeing that marks subjects in one column, it is aligned here. If you want to change the marks in English and science and maths and Hindi in different, I want to be all the marks in the single column of the student ID. 2318081. What is the mark maths? What is the mark of English? Science. Instead of I am using for this table is having 5 rows instead of 5 rows. So I need only 3 rows, because 81 is representing for two times, and 82 representing for two times, and 83 representing for one time. So for that we need to adjustment of all the marks 81, 82, and 83. According to that we can fit the table and we can do it. But NumPy, whatever the data we are having putting an analysis, we remove the heading characters and also in column characters, then we can use the same appropriate data. We are applying it on the same. So that is what actually the NumPy package will be doing. And what is the limitations of NumPy? So why we are going for pandas? We are integrating it. So no way to attach labels. That is the labels. It means what actually? That is column name. And rows we are representing some value names. So that is the labels. So we can remove it. No pre-built methods to fill missing values. NumPy is not having any pre-built methods. If any n values are there, it is automatically it is storing some zero or something. So that is a missing out in the NumPy. And no way to grouping the data. That is also missed out. And no way to pivot data. That is why I'm saying each row contains marks of one student. So that is what actually the some changes in relational data. It is won't work in NumPy. We need some kind of library to support this kind of grouping of data also. For example, I'm saying what if you are grouping all the students according to the mark, this is according to the result. according to their studies. So this is not possible with NumPy. So it is having some problem with NumPy. So that is why we are moving on to the pandas, right? So pandas is a built top of the NumPy to make data processing and relational data easier. So we can put NumPy top of the NumPy. We can put the pandas, and we can go and understand about the basic steps, how we are going to create a panda series with a single object, as well as how we are going to do for lock and iLock, and do some simple operations using some Colab explanatory, right? And now I'm moving on to I connect it first. Yeah, connected. Now you can see the basic simple how to create a simple series in pandas and data frames also, and you can see here data frames here. Now you can see here. So here we are importing two libraries here. One is NumPy, another one is Pandas. We are importing here and creating series of objects, and is equal to p series. Then you can create a series of objects. That object is looking like for the Fibonacci series 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and you can go with print. If you are printing the complete series, you will be showing the result. So print of yes. So it will be showing index also, it's showing actual values also. So actual values are representing for the float. It will be showing 0, 0.0, 1.0 and 8.0. So the index is 0 to 6. Normally index starting from 0. This is a Panda series. If you want to create any series, you can create a series. Normally Fibonacci is one kind of series. That is why I actually put Fibonacci series here. And S dot values, any sequence we can create. It's not only for the Fibonacci. Any UK sequence we can get. So first you can run this one. After that you can run this one, and then you can execute this one. So as that values, and then if you want to execute, all the values will be representing out as that index also you can execute it. And for v in s dot values print v, so the value will be representing out here 0, 0.0, 8.0. So all the values representing for this particular S series, you can write one simple for loop. The for loop will be taking all the values it printed out in the screen. And then you can go for I in S dot index print I. So all the values will be printing out. So if you want to zip is a function. If you want to zip all the items, if you want together as a tuple, you know that in Python is a parenthesis. We can put two values inside is a tuple data structure. If you want to store the index value and the actual values of S into single tuple, you can use zip into you can open phrase and close phrase and put semicolon and enter print item automatically. This is a simple for loop for Python. Then it will be working out the index also it will be displaying, and also it's a values are representing for the index also it's displaying out. So if s of 0 0.0 it will be coming, and s of 1 at 1.0 it will be coming, s of 5 5.0, what are the values are available there, the value will be printed out. And mercury equal to pd dot series, then we are taking some values previously we have seen in the planets underscore small dot text file. The text file is having 0.33 57.9 and these values, and index mass and diameter and day length. So the index what actually, if you are print the mercury planet, the mass value should be showing 0.33 and diameter 57.90, and this is values are day length is showing 422.60. And mercury of mass, so we will print 0.33, and day length, if you want to print mercury of this value will be printed out, and mercury dot mass will be printed out 0.33. So if you want the random function also, you can use and create an array. So here np dot arrange, this n comma 20 will be creating one particular matrix, this int matrix random underscore series equal to pd dot series of array dot index dot int. So this thing only it is coming out. So if you want to print randomly, it is printing on series. So indexing it. So indexing start from 10, right? 10 to 20, and then randomly the values are representing here. So that is what actually, if you want to create one dictionary also in Python, so key and value pairs, based on the dictionary, then you can convert into series. So you can create here, you can see here one dictionary I created. So here dictionary is there. So d value and d diameter day length value, then you can compile the three values together. You can create one period series. That series will be taking its print mercury. So the values will be representing out. Mercury equal to period series d comma index of mass diameter day length. Then print of mercury. So the value will be presenting out. Right? This is the way we are going to create a series in actually pandas. So if you want to create data frames, so data frames is nothing but you can create rows and columns like a matrix. So you can see here, you can run it here. So it will be taking some time to connecting it. Right. So here, if you want to execute this,
Sir,
yes, ma'am.
sir, your voice is not audible.
Now, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Because here actually electricity problem. That is why
Okay.
actually I put an alternate source. So here we can create a data frame objects. Data frame objects, we can use a random function. We can generate an array. Normally we learned this thing into NumPy itself. 0 comma 10 and 5 comma 3. 0 comma 10, it means what actually 0 comma 10 values are randomly generated matrix of 5 rows and 3 columns. So we need to create a data frame. What is the syntax of data frame? Normally df is a keyword. You can df1, we use a defined one. So equal to pd dot data frame of array, what we are array. So the data frame will be created that. So the data frame is representing for the row numbers and column numbers. So this is what actually, this is what the data frame is created. And if you want to rephrase into these values into R1 C1, you can use df dot index and df dot columns. This will be representing the values of df index and values in columns. So you can C1 C1 C2 and R1 R2 R3 R4 R5. So this is where the data frames will be created. So two things the pandas will be, we are not understanding: single object and double. Single object is representing only for the series of the data, and double object is representing for the normal rows and columns of the matrix. And we are moving on to this one. So for, you can understand for the LLAC function and LAC function. So this is one. So lock and ilock. So lock and ilock actually this is based on the indexing method. So you can see one series I created here, PDF series, so an index, and print of yes, the value will be printing here 1 to 7. The values will be 0, 1 to 7 is the index, and the value is 0, 0, and 8.0. If you want to print s dot log 4, s dot log 4 is what 2.0, I mean what lock is starting from the values 1, 2, 3, 4, the location of the index. But ilock it is starting from the value of 0, 0, 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3. Normal indexing starting with the 0, but lock is starting with a 1. That is why the value will print it out as 2.0. Here the value will print it out 0.0. And again another one thing, if you want to print the same thing, it will be showing here. And so here, if you want to create a simple operation of pandas, you can create mass equal to p dot series. So this values will be representing, and the index you can create, the value will be printing here. This is a mass values. We are creating on PD series, and then you can print mass. This value will be printed out. So you can, whatever the location, if you want using ilock lock, you can print the values one by one. So or otherwise the range of values you can print. Earth to Jupiter. So here Earth to Jupiter, in between all the values will be coming out, the result. And also you can mass greater than 100 is false or true. So you can check all the operations whichever we want to discuss. And if you want to multiply with mass some value, everything we can do it from this one. And if you want to do for the minimum maximum, so statistical operations we can apply here. So anything if you want to do, so we can put it here. This is also we can do it, right? So yes, uh, if anything, if you want to drop also, we can do it here using mass dot drop also, we can do it. So this is the way we are working with the pandas also. So this is, if you want to know about these pandas and as well as numpy, so you have to do some simple experimentation. So first you can learn the fundamentals. So this session is only for eye opening for how to do a simple operations in pandas and a simple operation in numpy. So I'm not showing you any machine learning algorithm how to work with in a pandas and library, because we need to understand first what library we are going to use, what is the features and foundations available in the library, then only we can use that library. Then another one thing, which kind of application we are going to generate, based on the application we will do for the kind of libraries, the appropriate library we can choose, we can apply for the library, then we are getting the results. So this is one thing. And another one thing, if you want to learn ML, machine learning algorithms, if you implement, for example, regression model, simple linear regression model, or multilinear regression models, if you want to do it, right? So if you need, so definitely linear regression models do a lot of calculation and all. So that time if you need, then you can include the library file. Or otherwise any algorithms for supervised learning and supervised learning algorithms, if you are using a decision tree induction method, right? If you want to come, find out the entropy value, based on that we are going to find out the information gain and Gini index. So these things, so we need to know that if you are implementing this particular thing into any Jupyter notebook or any other practical representation, definitely it is, these things will be required a major role for playing of it. So that is why actually need to understand this kind of libraries is most. Then MATLAB, scientific scientific library also, it is most important. MATLAB lib and scientific Python also. Scilib is this particular Pythons also. We need to understand how to do that. So this thing also I want to discuss in pandas as well as in NumPy, right? So what you people will do after the sessions will be over, so you can learn basic pandas and basic things. Suppose what I'm saying, we are the machine learning engineers. If you want to do something for the students and students want to learn something, definitely the classification, clustering, and normal algorithms, random forest algorithm, whatever algorithm, if you are talking about for students and learning and test and training models, definitely this libraries plays a major role. So all of you know that this libraries actually how it is places a very major role in that installation part, implementation part in pandas. So not only pandas and these things are also there. In Python also, it's the most wanted language now. Everybody wants to know Python, easy to implement. Everybody knows Python is the both developer and end users also how to know that how to implement the background infrastructure, how it is there. So they have to realize it. That is why everybody is a single one language. It's easily interacting together. So that is why so Python is now more popular. That is why everybody wants to Python placing in the first unit, first semester in placement of C programming. So it will be coming after 4 years, 5 years definitely. So Python will be playing the major role. So we need to know Python supporting for hardware development and software development both. And this is what actually today's class. Then I want to be discuss you for half an hour, 45 minutes regarding what artificial intelligence and also how it is plays a major role in industry perspectives as well as big data analytics, how to relate with big data analytics. So these things we'll discuss here, right? First thing, artificial intelligence, you know that. So artificial intelligence is a intelligent program or intelligent agent. Normally, that particular intelligent agent will be sensing the whole environment and then uh, perceiving the information and then is putting into storing in the database and in reacting upon the environment is very adaptive manner. So this is what actually we learned about intelligent agents will do. So normally the agent will see using cameras and learning the environment and perceiving the information from the environment and storing the information and analyzing the information and react the information. So reasoning, knowledging, everything is most important. So generating some rule based information also. So rule based information is, suppose if you are taking the vacuum cleaner it is completely, it's a rule based is penetration, it is working on it. So if actually it is a any desk will be there and sucking it, and the left side and right side it is checking it. So the rules will be checking out right and left side and straight. So then you can, any text is there, you can stuck the text. So this is what actually we are understanding the particular intelligent robots will be doing for. It's a simple thing. If language also it is most important to understand the machine and mimic actions of the human. And artificial intelligence is not a replacing of humans. We need to put a lot of intelligence effort for making a software also, and as well as the robotics field also. Now it is developing so much. That field we are having also in robotics laboratory lab, and we are setting up in grand manner. So we need to implement ROS robotic operating system itself. So why I'm saying it, not only AI is applied for the robotics field and mechanical field or any other. Robotics applied in AI is applied in everywhere now. So through your any devices connected to you, all the devices sensing to you what kind of person you are, then you perceiving what information, thought process of you. So mind game actually, mind to mind actually, what is your interest? Everything is grasping from you. Then the system will understanding you, then making of you as a better guy in the real world, what decision you are going to make, which situation you are taking, all this analysis of sentiment, and each and every word you are talking, based on the word they are analyzing the data. So text processing, logic and language structures also one important topic, one important subject also in artificial intelligence. So these things only. So why I'm talking this kind of topics, this STP it is it shows is looking like the topic also it is interrelated with an AI. So in the last 4 days you covered about big data analytics also. The AI, why it is coming to the picture for the big data is data is very huge. Last 10 years you can know that data is generated with very fastest manner. For example, I'm telling you, if a Twitter for the 1 hour class, if you are tweeting a lot of tweets, I created a hashtag for STTP of AI. So the STTP AI, all the people are tweeting, 1,000 people are attending this conference. Then they are putting each and every tweet about AI based on one technical topic. Then after 1 hour is over, then I collecting all the technical topics. 1,000 students are, each student is generating. I given a prize for the participants. So more number of tweets who is actually did, I'll giving a cell phone. It's a prize. So everybody is actually giving a tweet. So I after the 1 hour is over, then I check how many tweets actually I got it. So what is the size of the disk? Size of the disk, it will be showing you to 10 GB of data. So how to do the 10 GB of data? What kind of information they are tweeted it? What kind of text analysis we are? I'm going to do that. The text is be hurting somebody, or the text will be what kind of text they are using and what they want to be asking for about artificial intelligence. So these things I need to predict. So this I need a lot of analysis I can put. For 1 hour seminar, 10,000 people are participating. This much of storage will be happened all over world. For example, one cricket match is going on, so everybody is tweeted. So lakhs of tweets, crores of tweets will be coming out. So how much storage it is required to store the tweets and getting the useful information from the tweets. Based on the useful information, it will be there or not. Obviously, yes, right? So the positiveness of the player and the positiveness of a match, everything. So they are seen, their perception, everything will be understanding it. Based on that, we can put it the prediction. So all the people are wants to India win for 50 percentage and 20 percentage they're not going to win in India. So these things easily we can do it. So in the television serials also we can understand the TRP rating through the social media analysis. Also we can easily understand and predict it. So what are the persons are posting about the particular series, teleserial service is based on. So based on that we are understanding that uh, which particular is going for the leading television series. And also I'll be sharing my screen. So this also you know that how many things is going on and all. So mathematical tools, data analysis techniques. So these are the framework. So the frame before we are going for the framework, data are very huge. Data are not structured. Data are semi-structured, quasi-structured, unstructured. Different variety of data, volume of the data, and velocity of the data. So how can we do? Any platform is there to store all the data and do some operations and getting back it? So getting useful information, because the data are generated every day, it is coming. So this useful data, or otherwise I deleted all the data, what I can do for analysis? So we need some kind of platform to store the data and process the data. So that is what most important thing. How to store and process the data, it is the most important thing for everywhere. So data are generated very huge amount. Then we need to understand the characteristics of data, how it is coming. Then we can use cloud storage also, we can store the data. But data is very huge, it is not affordable model to store the cloud data. Then we are going for any other affordable model, we are going to store our data and process. So a lot of thing, obviously everybody says the Hadoop framework, it is a open source framework, it is developed by Apache. uh, then we need that particular data platform we can store. How to store? Then normally we have to store the data. Normally our hard disk having a 4 KB of size, and if you are installing in Linux, each block is 4 KB of size the data is having. I want to be store the data into because my data is very big, so equal size 4 KB size, how much size of the KB of blocks I'm having to do that. So I need bulk data of size 64 MB, 120 MB of data to store in each bulk, then I can access the data. And I want to replicate I data, all the data is most important thing. So for that, actually, I need a lot of nodes to store the data that we can call as a data nodes. Then we can frame one particular name node and then secondary name node, then job tracker and task tracker. Nowadays in node manager, we are application manager, we are talking about in 2.0 of version of Hadoop. So this is a concept. So we are building a data. So storing, how to store, I'm saying 4 KB and 264 MB. So need a technique, special processing file system. It is required to store the data. That particular special processing file technique, it is called a HDFS, Hadoop Data Distributed File System. So we need to understand to how to configure the file system and how to create a folder in the file system. How to normally how why I'm saying it. If already you know that Windows if you are using or Linux if you are using, then file system is most important thing. If you are right clicking your mouse and create one folder, automatically the folder will be created. How it is possible? Then folder will be created. What actually the backend operation will happen for that? If you are clicking create folder, the same thing. So that actually automatically did. So now we are going to make one new file system. It is not ext file system already existing in Linux. Now we are putting in the new file system. That particular file system we want to store our data. We want to be stored in our data. The data is very huge, and I am dividing into 64 blocks, and I want to be stored. I need how to divide. Then I'll install Hadoop. Then Hadoop will be installed. The function will be opened at automatically HTTPS in place. The file sizes will be increasing for 64 MB, 64 MB. I want to store my data in the blocks of the files. So this is what actually storing and how I'm going to process. Storing need configurations. So I need to store multiple data nodes. So where it stored, the replications, how much the communication between one node to other node. So everything is there. The communication protocols will be, we need to configure the XML files. Through the XML files, how many replication is required, which one a data site, which one is a data node, and which one is a name node. We can start name node and we can start data node, and if name node is failed, secondary name node, what is the time delay between name node and secondary name node. So how the all the nodes are talking together, how the heartbeats will be going coming out each and every particular node. So these things will be talking about in the theoretical portion of it and for an Hadoop framework, right? So if stored, and then we can process. Now how we have to process the distributed distribution of the process of the data, then we can do mapping. Whichever data we are having, we want that particular data are mapped into different particular data nodes. Then we can take and compile together, and we can generate the result. We can pushing out the output. So this is what actually MapReduce program will be working. And if you want to implement MapReduce programming, you can do with the Java also. So you see this presentation also, it will be showing some kind of data warehousing tool. You can create a marts of data warehouse built. You can collect all the data and pushing it to one particular place. You can create data marts. Based on the data marts, we are providing OL API based services also. Kafka messaging system, and we can configure through with the Hadoop and Splunk log analysis and software integration platform and Spark. It is most important also. It is separate lectures we can do in the Spark itself, how to do it, and installing Spark also we can do for the real-time processing. And NoSQL, lot of Cassandra and MongoDB, lot of softwares are available, database softwares will be available. So we can use for the NoSQL database itself, and data analysis platform also we can do. So these all are big data analytics tools. So how we are integrating with AI? So we can integrating with AI to everywhere. IoT with AI, big data with AI. So here analytics. Analytics, it means what data is huge, we can store, and analysis part, it will be coming into the smart way of going to analyze the data. So that is what most important. How we are going to analysis, it means automatically we can put machine learning algorithm. It will be coming artificial intelligence subset is machine learning. Then we can do sometimes reinforcement learning algorithm. We can do some kind of optimization algorithm. So this all the things will be coming out of efficient way of optimized way of getting the solutions. So we need to implement these things into this particular area, right? And you can see here the 2.0 Hadoop 2.0 above version, they are using for yarn, the scheduler. In any operating system, it is required a scheduling it. The same thing, the scheduler, yet another response negotiator. So the jobs of how it is running out, and for the node manager and application manager, and then talking to the yarn, and how to the resources will be scheduling out. And these are the tools available at Spark and Apache Storm, Big and Hive and HBase, Mehood and Spark, Zookeeper. So these things are already available. So need to understand these tools, then we can implement these tools. Then only we have to learn about how to do that. It is showing. I don't know it is working or not. Wait a minute, it will come out. And then you know that last 4 days we are talking about this big data and Hadoop installation itself. So two types of installation will be there. The single machine act as a server and slave, and we can do for the single machine installation, single node clustering. So otherwise we can implement an two node clustering also. So multi node clustering. So we have to install Hadoop the both the machines, and then we can generate node name node is one mission and data node is another mission. So it will be we can generate parallelly, and then we can through IP address we can communicate through the name node and data node. It will take some time. So you can run this machine. Then it will be some. I'm working on it. So some problem is there. That is why it's showing some unnecessary. You can leave it FS shell and this. I'll kill this process. And secondary name node, data node, task tracker, zap tracker, and everything is started. So all the things will be started here. So name manager is resource manager. So two Hadoop actually I installed both the version 1.101 also. I'll be showing you. So both the version I installed here. I open it. Hadoop. Yes. So here you can see this is an HTFS site and map reduced site YAN file. So previous version, for example, if you are installing this version is not having YAN version. Scheduler it is not available there. So this is the first version. So HTFS site it is not available. Then so we have to nowadays we are moving on to Hadoop 3.0 also. So which particular I demonstrate the session for another one STTP, how to install Hadoop and how to install single node and multi node cluster using some virtual machine in integration part. So that is why actually that day I changed some lot of configuration. That is why it's showing it. And then if you want to implement this one, it takes some time to understand how to do that. So first thing you can implement the basic Hadoop 1.0.1. So first you can 1.0.3. So that's the basic stable version. First you can install that 1.0.3. You can know what is name node, secondary node, data node, and you can understand about um, how to configure it and basic commands of Linux, and then you learn about basically how to integrate it with this 1.0.3 into map reduced programming code, and how we are executing some kind of HTTPS based queries. So we need to do that. So this all the things what I'm saying, this all the things we will do it, understand it. So through the practical, only we are in expel of these particular skills and understand about to installing of tools of Hadoop and Spark. Everything we know that everything is a open source one. It is not tough one. We'll to generate. So if you sit and doing some, definitely you will understand very clearly manner, right? So this is what actually we need to understand to do for installation step. So I suggest you to installation step is based then. It's on best side. I posted in chat box for this one. So you can try out. This is perfectly it will work. So it will be working for very perfectly. So you can you follow the same steps. Don't require to disabling IP version 6. You can do yourself and installation of Hadoop. Then perfectly will be working. Then you can install Java also. It will be working. Map reduce programming to execute Java. Then how to work for the tar file. That is also jar file. So Java archive file also. So you know that how to do and how to execute this through this Hadoop environment. So this thing you able to understand. They are explaining very clearly, and then what are the interfaces of Hadoop, name node and data node and all. So you once you installed it through the virtual box. So after that, we can back up your virtual box. The boxes are available already pre installation also. I think so. It is Hadoop installation. The installed packages also available in internet. So just you can 700 MB and 1000 MB it will become in between. So you can download and you can install in your machine VMware workstation or VirtualBox whatever maybe if you are having that. So you can install and you can work it out for this one. So if you are not installed Hadoop, then the big data analytics always everything we are saying it's an advanced one concept. Everything then we are attending more. So we need to learn a lot of things about and that big data oriented concept again and again. So if you are in executing this how to install and how to do for the configuration for this kind of tools, definitely you'll easily understand of it. So this is what actually you learn in practical things, right? So AI, how it is helps the smart things. So anything if you want to do, then integration is most important. You can make a machine mimic of humans. Whatever the humans will do, the machine will also do. So the machine will be learning how it is learning. That language is the most important thing. So the language, how to learn the language for the machine through the natural language processing. The lot of research will be going on it. The machine will be talking all the regional languages of in India. So they were correctly pronounced it. Then machine will be storing all the activities and then listening all the environment. So we are giving the data and machine also observing the environment. Based on the environment, according to that, the rule will be changed out. So we have to show the students for the simple exercise, temperature monitoring, and also climate condition check, rule based penetration system. So in first year itself, the students will be knowing about how to do in rule based systems using Prolog software. So this thing will be helping to the students to do develop a simple projects, how to do that facts and all, how to represent the facts in the form of software. Then we can generate the rules for the predictions. Rule based system always a problem with we are creating more complex rules. We are generating that rules will be sometimes it is failed at all. Then we rephrase the rules. So this is a major problem to take to complex rules also in the rule based systems. Now the rule based system it is replaced and testing and training, and we have a data, then you can train the machine and then we can do it. So already we have a data, already past existing data will be have there. For example, if you want to do for some supermarket analysis, already we have a last 5 or 10 years of data, then we can put it. Then we can take and giving for the training and of the bot will be learning everything, and then the bot will be reacting on it. For example, in chatbot everybody knows. If you want to do any website in the educational also, the chatbot, how can I help you, then automatically it is coming. If you are chatting with the chatbots, giving the assistance. See, if chatbot's not knowing the results, the chatbot will be taking out and then answer it. Then the answers will be any other person will be coming. Then the chatbot will be ready to answer it. In the chatbot itself, the learning process. So what we are giving the NLP based on. So each and based on the keyword, a lot of chatbots will be there. So smart chatbots are also will be there, and research will be going on it. So you can create word based. What are the word actually representing the question? Automatically the answer will be coming to you. If the word is not matched with the database of NLP, then it will be not coming to us. So then the data then you contact administrator straight away. The chatbot is telling to the user. So need to develop a simple AI based products, any product in software product or software product, and how to do that. The software will be there next to you, then connecting internal devices and then taking upon the decisions properly instead of the human. So that is also nowadays the research will be going out. So you can create a policeman, nurse, doctor. See, everything we need to create through the robots. The robots will be learning about how to do that. The robot is acting as a liar. Robot is a salesman. Robot is a businessman. So what we need to take a decision, we can give all the result, all the information to the robots will be taking out and learning the environment and do for the better decision making. That is why the AI is future now. So data science is the future now. So analytics it is the most important. Data, we are having the data, we need the data. We are having the data, and then we can make a proper decision on the data. Then we can surely tell the data will be definitely giving you more impact to the people. So that is what actually it is most important thing. Each every field, if you are taking cyber security, digital forensics field, AI it is playing a major role, very major role, as well as gaming field. Know that every student, the childs are addicting the gaming, the game with the, every day they are playing the games in the mobile phones. Some of the games are they are not liking, and some of the games are they are liking. Then mind actually it is completely focused on the gaming itself. I want to be go level 1, level 2, level 3, and then I want to be finished out of it. So this is what actually the AI will be properly giving the route from the mind will be going flow, then particular route is going on that. So mind reading capacity and how to do most interesting part for playing the game, it's the most important one. This is the gaming industries, AR, VR. So every industry they are want to be integrating with artificial intelligence is a most very most one. So not only for the big data analytics. So any field, data analytics field or data science field, any field in the medical, and you can take a blockchain also. AI will be contributing more on the blockchain. So each and every security field and digital forensics, you can find intelligent forensic. Intelligent forensic is nothing but an agent. So the agent will be finding out for the evidences what we are the theft actually left them. The evidences actually we are collecting all the evidences. Based on that, the agent will be collecting all the information. The agent will be telling the past histories, then clearly explain this kind of crime could be happen. It. So all the things actually it is noted. And if any hacked, actually the system will be hacked, the time duration based on that, what actually the previous hacking logs also stored in the system. The smarter system will be deciding it what kind of hacking this is, and then find out the information and telling to the people. So this is not a 100% is prediction is correct. So prediction is most probably we are what kind of data we are having, based on that we are easily understanding the data to predict something. This is what actually where AI will be integrating everywhere. So we need to understand and analytics portion, and health informatics, and data science portion, and how the cloud will be reacting. Students will be talking about the private and public, and private hybrid cloud and community cloud and all. How to store the data, how to retrieve the data, what kind of services they're giving, how the pay and model also there. So everything we need to understand proper in place, and then we will understand about technology is very clear, right? So this is what actually already you learned it. So these things in previous seminars for last 4 or 5 days. So even though I once again actually I revamped it. So it will be required to know understanding how to installation of softwares, and know how to do for the future ready people like students. Then we are equipable, then we can do for more things for the students. That is the most important thing we need to understand to deliver the students. So this is what actually I want to be tell you, like data, big data analytics. And now today's session actually talking about pandas and numpy. I hope everybody will understand that how to do with simple numpy coding, and as well as the pandas coding. So if you need to understand the things very clear, my suggestion is you can take some text files or any data in the form of text file or CSV format, TSV format. So you can load the file and read the file properly through the commands for any particular language. You can use Python or R. So and then you can plot the data into the studios like softwares. Then you can read the data and manipulate the data, and you can visualize the data. It is the most important part. So data visualization courses are now it is the most useful nowadays. So data visualization tools, SAS, SPSS, how to do visualization, Tableau. These are the softwares everybody's named it for the visualization of the data. You given the data, they are analyzing properly and grouping, classifying properly, and but supervised learning only. Whatever the data you are having, that you can provide it, then you can properly classifying the data, and you can analyze for your admission last 1 year. 300 500 students are joined the institute, then you can take how many places they are coming, different places in Tamil Nadu. If for example in our V8 university, if you are taking, so 29 states people are studying there. So which particular portion, which particular school, what, where they are coming, and what's the background, everything we analyzed. And what percentage, what rank, what is the previous year rank, what is the cutoff of this year, how the people will be classified it, so how we want to improve for admission, everything properly we can do for the prediction. So this year this kind of admission is done, the next year how we are going to do for the next year admissions. So everything, so we need to find out, and we learn future prediction models. That is why the linear regression model is the most important model to learn. Then for the prediction, very simple prediction, right? So simply we can understand about how to fit a straight line. Then already we have data point, we are predicting some data point. Then how the gap between those things, so how to address for the squaring methods, least square method, R squared, adjust R squared. A lot of methods will be there for the understanding of it. This is how the best fit line is actually it is suitable to write nearby the original data points. Based on that we can build a prediction model. Based on the prediction model we can say any new data will be coming, then we can say this particular data is belongs to this particular prediction. Then easily we can say it is not a true, definitely the hypothesis only. So it definitely it will be taking anything, it will not coming under for 100 percentage is true, it is 95 percentage is true. So that is why the significance level we are saying alpha equal to 0.05. or otherwise 0.01 significant. Whatever the data we are going to predict, it is maybe wrong. If I predicted one particular temperature based rain based system, but the system it is won't work in places sometimes. We can't say the system will be work all the places properly. We can't say that the system will be may work or may not be. Sometimes it not happen at. So so the prediction model is always not 100% is better model. It's a 95 percentage. How to make 95 percentage? For example, most of the people are saying my classification accuracy is 99 percentage, 100 percentage. I use this classification. Somebody is saying the same concept. Then today one guy is published one paper for. I actually I put a lot of models and a lot of models I put it again. My classification accuracy is 99.99%. So 10 years back itself, they are applied this every corner different papers. The 10 year before also they did. Now we are saying 99. So the somewhat level is best. We are promoting our. We are changing some code and line. Then we can say this is better than previous year. So we based on our hardware and previous last prediction is the hardware it is showing it is very less. So now I can do very fastest manner can do that. Model also suitable for it. So this is also we can plan accordingly. Then we'll do for a simple projects for the prediction models. Right. So you better understanding basic concepts foundation. It will be giving a great impact to everybody to learn future access, what is the future technology driving force. Everybody knows. So in language is integrating with everybody. That language is in Python. So here also you can see pandas, NumPy we have seen. So not only pandas and NumPy is there. scilab also there, scientific Python also there, MATLib also there. We can know each and every one by one, and we know complete statistical process. So how we are going to do in mathematically it is properly it is correct. Analyzing the data, relation between the data, covariance, standard deviation between the data. So how the data will relying in the distributions. How this normal or what kind of uniform distribution? What is the mean? What is the value of outlier analysis? Then what is the rule of what we have to put in the graph in the distribution models? So each and everything is very most important to understand to implement this kind of process, right? So we learn one by one. It will be one day it will be learning a lot of skills we require. Here also two things we discussed. One is series, another one is data frame. So series you can make any kind of series. You can create index, and then after the index you can searching the data. Normally we can implement this thing into Python language. So you need to list or set a tuple or dictionary, anything you can use for pandas, and you can make panda series. First you can declare this dictionaries into converting this dictionary into the panda series. Then user then it will be coming under the one. This is on dictionary, this is a panda. You can make this is dictionary as a panda series. So mercury equal to p dot series of d. D is what actually it is. D is what a mass and diameter and length. So this is what you can create multiple in 10 planets, 10 series you can create it. So otherwise, instead of that, if you are creating 10 series, you can write all the values of mass, you can write all the values. Otherwise, you can create one file. Previously we sent planets new file, then place all the values, all the data in the file. Then you can write programs to access access these files and all. Finally, we'll get the how we are manipulating and how we are going to indexing everything will easily we get it. So this is what, and I will showing some. These are data frames like columns and rows. You will create a NumPy array, then you can convert into data frame using pandas. Then renamed it all the names of the index of the rows and columns, R1, R2, R3, and then you can slicing it also. Uh, you can see here itself also. Two panda series. Mass you can create one panda series, uh, and diameter you can create. Mass also diameter two panda series you can create, and you can combine two panda series into one data frame. This is a data frame. So this is the first line. You'll create one first series, and second line you will create diameter, and then you can create mass and diameter, and then df equal to p dot data frame of mass and diameter. You can put you can print df. It will showing is a data frame. You can print anything if you want, and then I will show some database operations also. This is also a library Cborn, so it will take some time to this discussing also. So on CSV file also I'm having it. Yeah, IFT is one BSC model for data stack and date. All the stock market is open prices in last 1 year. Well, each day we are taking out. Based on that, we can do for analysis. So this is what this particular file replacing of it. It will take some time to discuss about that. And so first thing, this is not an we'll learn and we'll do immediately in the whatever the session I'm talking about. Already, this is a 1 hour session, so we cannot do parallelly with each and everything what I typed and you also typed. There's a hands-on that is will be working most probably. Otherwise, the hands-on will won't work. So if I'm showing this will be working, this will be working, this. After that, you can spend some time with this particular pandas. Then you can create one data, two series object are making a data frame, rows and columns, and you are making of it, right? So these are the things I want to be discussed now. So you need to any queries regarding of this pandas and library and this thing and big data analytics, Hadoop installation and all. So you can discuss it now. Geeta ma'am.
So, once again, sir, I ask our HOD to join the session.
Okay ma'am. So really, if you have any doubt, you can ask me now.
Meanwhile, if the participants are having any query, you please kindly ask. So thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable and informative sessions today. On behalf of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I would like to thank our today's resource person, Soundarajan, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I also, on behalf, as a coordinator, I would like to thank all the participants for completing this STTP in successful manner, and also all the resource persons for the past 6 days. Feedback link and quiz link will be posted in chat box. I request the participants to give the attend the quiz and give the feedback without fail. Let us wait for a few seconds. Our HOD will join with us. Now I request our HOD, Dr. Sridhar sir, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to give vote of thanks. Sir, please, sir.
Yeah. Very good morning, good evening to all. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Excel Engineering College, has successfully organized the second slot of 6 days online AICT sponsored STTP on the recent trends in machine learning and big data analytics using Python programming from 4th January to 9th January 2021. First, I thank to our management and Principal Dr. K. Boman Raja and Dr. R. Nalusamy, Director Administration, and Dr. D. Devakumar, Director IRRP, for providing continuous encouragement and support for completion of STTP as grand success. So I also extend my thanks to today's guest, Dr. Soundarajan, the Department of Computer Science, VIT Bhopal. He's presented an effective session. Thank you, sir. Then I like to express our sincere thanks to all resource persons for the last 6 days. So they are giving a wonderful session. Then I extend my thanks to coordinator Dr. Geeta and the faculty members of Computer Science and Engineering for the enormous cooperation in the grand success of this STTP. Then I hope this STTP to meet out the expectation of all participation. So once again, I thank to all participants from various institutions for your active participation and making this event as a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. As a coordinator, I would like to thank our HOD sir, all faculty members, management, ED sir, principal, and all the resource persons and all the participants from various institutions for completing this STTP, AICT sponsored STTP in successful manner. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you. One more request for the participants. Give the feedback without fail and attend the quiz without fail. So certificates, participant certificates will be based on the quiz, attending quiz and feedback. So I request the participants to give feedback without fail. Thank you for your full support for completing this SCTP in successful manner. Thank you, one and all.